Like warning, this podcast may contain offensive topics such as politics, religion, wrestling, and stupid people videos. If by any time you find yourself offended, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Consider yourself warned. For those of you who don't get easily offended by a bowl of applesauce, enjoy the show!
Yeah, enjoy the show.
Solar freaking roadways.
What are they?
They're a waste of time.
Coming to you from the west suburbs of Chicago, it's the Podcast YouTube Talk Show.
Attention,
I am the great portfolio. Recipe for my bunghole.
Oh, by the way, you saw in that one cut right there, shot, they're eating pizza. They're fucking eating pizza!
Hey, it would be easy to do.
No, it would not. Shut up.
If you make a claim that Sandy Hook is real,
It is.
you have to prove your claim.
Why? 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 Why do I have to prove my claim? That doesn't make sense. Oh, that does not make sense. Suggestive programming would say, the Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, one time said, we're going to take down the Twin Towers, brother.
What do you do when they've got the kids playing in circles in and out of the building with their hands up? I've watched the footage, and it looks like a drill.
When you...
Out of our entire solar system, we're the only planet that's flat.
Got these people. Listen, please. I'm begging. I need help.
In the butthole of in my butthole, flame coming out of my butthole.
Welcome, Internet. Yes. Hello, Internet. That's the best way to start. Yeah, hello, Internet. Anyway, okay. This is... What show am I on anyway? Oh, that's right. Show number 23. Yeah, you're forgetting already. Anyway, yeah. Show number 23. We're live. Just trying something new out here. Looks like I've been a little unsuccessful, but I'm going... first, okay, before we get into anything, first, kind of like some, what do you call it? News. Housekeeping news, I guess you could say. Yeah, so I'm currently, right now I'm broadcasting live on the YouTube channel. I'm looking into expanding the different platforms. I keep hearing about Twitch all the time. I keep hearing, Twitch is a good form, another place to go, like, broadcast. Do live streaming and stuff like that in there, so I'm looking into doing that in the near future. So just hang in there. It will be good. So when I do set up the new, so I am going to set up a Twitch account. Just don't know when yet. But when I do, I'm going to stream live here on YouTube and also on Twitch as well. And I want to see if I could do a live stream on Facebook, but it looks like I wasn't able to do that. No. Oh well. Continue on. Oh, another thing I want to talk about before I move on to tonight's topic at hand. If you haven't already, I would suggest you go check out my other stuff that I have on the playlist. Like last week, the podcast show was a Halloween theme show, Spookfest. It was very fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Just the one night a year I was going to just kind of break away from what I normally do and just do my reaction to scary videos I found on YouTube. It was a lot of fun to film or to do broadcast, and of course, you can watch it anytime you want. I have on my playlist here, so check that out. It's worth your time. Anyway, okay, moving on. I think that's for plugging stuff now. So moving on to tonight's topic that I really want to talk about, get kind of sink my teeth into more, so to speak. The title of tonight's episode I call the flat-headed logic. which of course I'm talking about the Flat Earther Society. Oh my god. Ugh. It's like my brain's hurting just thinking about it. So, Flat Earther Society. No, sorry. I'm just really, like, thinking about right now. Flat Earther Society? Alright, we live in the 21st century, and we still have people that believe that the Earth is flat. What the fuck? Alright, so apparently some people think the Earth is flat. Even though it's been proven time and time again, not just in recent years, but like a long time ago, it's been proven it was round. Anyway, so it's not just a small group of people. I mean, celebrities think this shit. It just blows my mind, like, just how many people think about this. They think it's flat. It's really sad that I have to actually talk about this to prove that it's debunk the theory that's flat. It's so sad that there are people out there that are trying to debunk, they are debunking it, like, and just basically getting it out there that, like, hey, people, the Earth is round, it's not fucking flat! It's so sad that we have to do this. Like, come on! What the fuck? But I did find a video that I want to talk about tonight. And it's from it's from one of those flat earther people. Let me bring it up here. Oh, the video is called, The Proof of the Earth is Flat. 100% real! So let's see you debunk this. Yeah, let's see you debunk this. Of course, right? Oh my god! But before, before we dive into that craziness of this video, I just want to talk about what was it? Oh, in the last season of the podcast show, I did talk a little bit about the flat Earth shit. It was like in my top 5 crazy conspiracy theories, or crazy conspiracies. I guess that's what it was. The title of the episode was called, and yeah, I did misspell that, by the way. If you look in the playlist, you'll see crazy conspiracies. I misspelled the last letter. But anyway, I didn't even realize that until my wife pointed it out to me. But anyway, so yeah, in one of those, the things I was kind of making fun of, like kind of saying like, this is fucking crazy. This is, of course, flat Earth, and I used that like 5-second clip of it in my intro that you just saw. The flat earther cat. By the way, I mean that was a joke. I mean the flat earther cat image. I mean it was just something I threw together at the last second, like as I was adding text to my there's a caption text, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, in that video I did talk a little bit about it, but I didn't really go into too much. I felt like I didn't really dive too deep into that crazy rabbit hole. And so that's why tonight I think I really want to tackle this subject. I mean, again, why am I doing this? This is what's, okay, right now, what's going inside my head right now is just, just my brain is just exploding just thinking about this, that we kind of have to talk about this and tell people that, no, the Earth is not flat, it's round. But anyway, I did, like I said, I found this video, proof of the Earth is flat, so... No, it says the proof of the... I didn't write the title of this, but anyway, this guy said, the proof of the Earth is flat, 100% real. Let's see, debunk this shit. Okay, so yeah, let's dive right into this crazy madness, shall we? I mean, I'm kind of stalling as long as I can on this, because it's really fucking crazy. Oh boy, so here we go. Subscribe for more videos, only if you want to laugh at them.
Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison for your mind.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
You don't want to...
Very different from the model that admitting that...
Oh, anyway, let's just hurry up, let's get to this actual thing here.
Hello everyone, this is ODD, and yes, I'm finally admitting that even though I don't like labels, I'm a flat earther.
You're finally admitting that you're stupid. Okay, well that's nice to know. I'm glad you're admitting that.
Based on my research for the past 10 months, our world is very different from the model that we are being taught by the authority on the matter. It took me a while to come to terms with this, and it took even longer to gain the courage to talk about it. It can be pretty embarrassing to go against popular opinion, but this...
Yeah, you're right. It can be embarrassing to go against a popular, not just a popular opinion, but it's fact. It's fucking fact. Yeah, it is crazy to go against it when you have no fucking evidence. Or wait, you're going to show us here.
This is real. It's not a psyop, it's not a distraction, and it's not a bandwagon. It's a reasonable debate. It's thousands of people.
Oh, it's a bandwagon. Yes, it is. It's definitely a bandwagon. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Sorry.
People taking what we've been told and comparing it to what we see and experience, only to find out that they do not match up. Once you start digging into this, it becomes clear that there is no evidence for the speculated spinning ball that we supposedly live on, and everything points to a flat Earth. The flat Earth is much more than just reasonable. The one and only reason that it's reasonable to argue against the flat Earth is that we've all been taught otherwise our whole lives. We blindly believe something that A, has never been proven, and B, is pretty much fucking impossible.
Stop right there. What did you just say? It's never been proven? Hell yeah, it's been proven. You just don't want to admit to it. Seriously, it has been proven. Just, go look it up online, okay? I'm not like a scientist or anything myself, but it's like, it has been proven by like ancient fucking people from like what? I would say, what is it? I have to look it up again, but it goes like way back. Like thousands of years ago, people were able to prove that the Earth was round. Like thousands of years ago, okay?
Thanks to people like Eric Dubay, the flat Earth has re-emerged and it has more steam than ever. Before I've ever...
No. No thanks to him. being stupid. Whatever, just continue.
Ever even entertained the flat Earth, I knew not to trust the space programs of the world. Close examinations of NASA and other space programs reveal that things aren't what they seem and that we, the people, are being lied to. We have no real pictures of the Earth, and no matter how hard we try, we just can't find the curvature. Not only that, but flight paths make more sense on a flat map, and large bodies of water not being able to curve into a giant ball completely resonates.
Forensically speaking, the globe model is so very unlikely that any good detective wouldn't believe a fucking word the globe says. The globe's story is so full of circumstantial, impossible coincidences, which only prove that the globe is a fucking liar.
Oh. Alright, I think I just passed out for a second. It's hard to watch this without my brain cells dying. Okay, continue.
We'll be going over that in this video, as well as other reasons why the world isn't what we're led to believe. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's get started. Our daily observations of the Earth are consistent with a flat and stationary surface. Most, if not all, ancient civilizations knew that the Earth was flat. The people of today would say that ancient cultures were ignorant and unaware, yet they accomplished great feats that we still can't accomplish to this day. The truth is that they had real knowledge, and some of us only have an education.
We have accomplished great feats since those days, okay? We put fucking men on them. Oh, that's right. The moon landing was fake. I'm sorry for being illogical about that. Yeah, okay, never mind. Moon landing was fake. Never mind, that wasn't the real thing. Continue.
But what is an education? Education is when you are told what to think and how to think. Those that are able to remember and regurgitate what they've been told on command are considered well educated. But there is a big difference between being educated and being intelligent. Just because you believe what you've been told doesn't make it true. In fact, the flat versus spherical Earth is a debate that has never really died. It's been raging for centuries. It was a huge argument as recently as the early and mid-1900s, but with programs like NASA, founded in 1958, the latter half of the 20th century was a win for the spherical Earth. It wasn't a question for the average person anymore. Though at the time the shape of the Earth was still up to be proven, NASA claims that they went to the moon and captured a shot of the spherical Earth as if they always knew it was indeed spherical.
Yes, it was always known it was spherical, you dumbass. It's because uneducated idiots like Bob, that rapper Bob guy, goes on like a platform and spews stupidity, saying that the Earth is flat with no proof, obviously, and it's a bandwagon that everyone else decided to jump on. I mean, I've noticed that a lot about conspiracies. The bandwagon problem, like people just easily jump on it. So I don't know, like, why are people being this stupid? I don't know. And then, oh, the other thing is, the whole curvature of the Earth. Oh, you know, the whole. I want to address this really quick though, where he says, like, you know, you only see like you know, horizon, flat horizon. You never see the curvature. It's like, dude, yeah, because we're these like microscopic little creatures on this big giant spherical ball type planet. So of course you're not going to see the curvature, you dumbass. Not from the surface of the Earth. And hell, from what I understand, even from like orbit of Earth, you can't really see the curvature that much, because that's how is how small we are compared to the Earth. It's just from a different point of view. So, and then, oh, yeah, I mean, we did go to the moon, so don't be that stupid. Oh my god, my brain's hurting. Continue.
Those of you who think this technical difficulty was planned and think I'm scamming you, go do it for yourself. Because you're going to find the exact same thing. I got nothing to hide here. This is live on the air, okay? I'm going to zoom in on the Earth in Photoshop.
Okay.
You see the Earth? To image, adjust, levels, and I'm going to bring the levels over here.
All right.
And I'm going to bring the levels up. Uh-oh. What is that? Why is there a square box around the Earth allegedly taken from the scientists on the moon in Apollo 17? And people wonder why I don't trust NASA. That's why I don't trust NASA. I mean, they're always out there saying, you know, Rob, everybody's trying to show you stuff from space and you keep rejecting it. This is why I reject it. These guys are liars, you know?
Oh my god! Damn, you're funny, Jesus! Oh my shit! Oh, 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 damn it! Alright, where were we again? Let's back that up. You're using Photoshop. Don't you understand how Photoshop works? You fucking dumbass. Yeah, of course. Of course it's going to look like Photoshop, you idiot. I mean, that's the Photoshop, man. Alright. Yes. It looks like the way you have it like right there, of course it's looking like a box around the planet. That's because the moon in that fucking picture is the only thing that's bright, compared to the rest, because the rest of it was all dark black. So of course you're going to get those results in fucking Photoshop. That does not prove shit. That does not prove shit. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. That's just too rich. God. Can't be this stupid. Oh, alright, I'm done.
And, you know, Rob, everybody's trying to show you stuff from space and you keep rejecting it. This is why I reject it. These guys are liars, you know?
What are some of the basic observations someone can make to ascertain that the Earth is neither a globe or spinning?
We've been taught that we're on a ball spinning around the sun. And so to hear that you might be on a flat plane, motionless at the center of the universe with all the celestial bodies spinning around you, just as it appears, actually comes as a surprise. but it shouldn't, because our eyes, experience, and common sense all tell us that the horizon is perfectly flat.
Okay, stop right there. Stop it. Hold on a second. God damn it. Fucking stupid.
Common sense all tell us that the horizon is perfectly flat.
Okay, stop right. Alright, no, I actually kind of, for a second, I actually did blank out a second. I lost I lost what I was doing here. Anyway, okay, right back, okay. You were saying, again, like I was saying earlier about the horizon, it's from, like, trying to, like, sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi here, you know, we see the horizon as flat, it's because we're seeing it from a certain point of view, okay? I mean, you really have to look farther away. Like, you have to, literally, I think you have to be, you have to be on the fucking moon to really see it, you know, for what it is a ball. Oh shit, what the hell else did he say? I actually totally forgot what he said. We have to rewind that a bit.
At the center of the universe, with all the celestial bodies spinning around you, just as it appears, actually comes as a surprise. But it shouldn't, because our eyes, experience, and common sense all tell us that the horizon is perfectly flat, and we feel motionless. We don't hear ourselves whizzing by at thousands of...
Oh, that's right. That's what was the other thing I want to touch up on. Common sense line there, yeah. Well, yeah, first of all, yeah, you really don't have common sense, do you, if you're trying to spew this fake stuff that the earth is flat. And again, like I say, it's from a certain point of view is why we see the horizon as flat like it is.
miles per hour. No matter how high amateur rockets or balloons have gone up, the horizon rises to the eye of the observer all the way up, and that's only consistent with a flat plane. Their theory just gets more and more wild as time has gone on, and so yeah, it began with the spinning Earth going 1,000 miles per hour, which is then circling around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, which then they decided the sun wasn't a heliocentric model, but more of an acentric model, where they don't know where the center is, and we're just exploding out of a big bang. So the sun, we're
yeah, so far you're actually sounding pretty logical here. Yeah, all the planets rotate around the sun. I mean, yeah, that's true. We all rotate around the sun.
It wasn't a heliocentric model, but more of an acentric model, where they don't know where the center is.
And I guess we don't really know where the center is now, do we?
We're spinning around the sun, and then the sun and us are spinning around the Milky Way galaxy, they say, at 500,000 miles per hour. And then the entire Milky Way galaxy, they say, is shooting off from the Big Bang at 670 million miles per hour, almost the speed of light. So there's at least 4 rip-raging, contradictory motions supposedly going at all times, yet you don't experience any of it, nor can you measure any of it using the stars. The flat...
That is true. I mean, you're not going to really experience it here on Earth, are you? No. Then stop being stupid.
Motionless Earth. Not only is it the greatest conspiracy of all, it's also the easiest to prove. I mean, it just is flat and motionless, just as it appears. Look into it more and more, make it a thing to try and debunk it, if you will. You know, even if you want to do it that way. Negative reinforcement works too. Try as you will, you're only going to find proofs for the flat, motionless Earth. You're not going to confirm that you're on a spinning ball.
Yes. Oh, stop it. Yes, we've confirmed this already. It's just you're the one who is refusing to accept science, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, we've already been over this a million times. Where's the curve? Well, we can't fucking see it now, can we? No, because we're, again, certain point of view.
The curvature of the Earth eludes us. Either the Earth is much larger in circumference than we are told, or the curve...
Yes, it is! The Earth is larger than us, okay? It's that's why we can't see the curvature, because it's so fucking big, and we're so fucking small.
just doesn't exist. People assume that there is a curve, but it's never really been proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, again, it has been proven beyond reasonable doubt. There have been studies done on this, like from thousands of years ago. People have discovered this shit. Oh, especially in today with, you know, the modern technology. We all, I mean, like I said, we've been to the fucking moon, so we know we've been there. We've seen the Earth from the moon. I mean, of course, then again, who am I kidding? The moon landing is fake too.
Cameras with fisheye lenses, Hollywood movies, and NASA CGI are the closest we get to seeing curvature.
The deception and the lies are just so pervasive, and they're just so deep that I swear it gives me a headache.
The surface of water is always level. This is just natural physics. We know this, that water, if unobstructed and uncontained, will flow outwards, finding the easiest course to maintain its own level, right? So, but the Ball Earth model claims that the oceans are huge 100-mile walls of curved water curving around the ball. That's ridiculous. They say that gravity makes this possible, but you don't see that.
Of course, yes, that's right, because we're on a spinning ball, and the spinning of the Earth is creating gravity, and you think the water's gonna fly off the Earth or something? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Oh, that does not make sense.
You go to the beach and you see a completely flat horizon. You see water just ever so.
Again, we've been over this a million times already in this video. It's flat from a certain point of view.
Gently coming up on the shore.
So there's the pretty blue marble that NASA claims we are living on, with circumference of 24,901 and 3959 radius. So to find the curvature, you take 8 inches times your distance squared. That's 8 inches times your distance squared, and if you don't square the distance, you end up with this, and this is not what NASA has shown us. They have given us a beautiful blue marble that we love. So you get 8 inches for 1 mile, 32 inches in 2 miles, 16.6 feet with 5 miles, so on and so forth. So what I did is I shot this pier, which is in Daytona Beach, Florida, and as you can see, between the water and the walkway of the pier is about 12 to 16 feet based on the height of the people and the railing. So I started at Granada, which is 4.92 miles away, and I shot this, and based on that distance and the formula, there should be 16 feet of curvature, but obviously you can still see the entire gap under the walkway there between that and the water. So in addition to that, behind that pier is actually a lighthouse, which you can see right above the pier. You can see the light. That is 16 miles away from my location, and I shot that lighthouse. Now that lighthouse is 175 feet tall, and the curvature from 16 miles away should be 100.
What pier or what lighthouse? Seriously, I'm trying to look. I don't see it. It is. God damn. What the hell did you take this picture in the middle of a fucking storm? I mean, I'm trying my best. I really don't see a lighthouse. Well, yeah, it's not visible because you took a really crappy day. Unless if he's just talking about this. I mean, I think that's what he means. Oh my god, dude. Next time, wait until it's like a beautiful sunny day before you take pictures.
70 feet. you can clearly see about the entire lighthouse beyond that pier.
I gotta back up just a little bit here. Maybe you did.
Inches times your distance. So I shot, which is 4.92 miles.
Oh, okay. He did. It looks like. Oh, okay. He did take a. Looks like a clear day. But again, very like it's must have been a foggy day or something, because I can't see shit.
Away, and away should be one blue marble they give us is to make up that curvature. If it's not in the 20 miles I'm shooting, well then that means it's got to be made up further on down the line. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say we live on this ball and then say, oh, you can't detect the curvature. Well, you got to detect it somewhere, because if it's not dropping.
Yeah, you can't live on this ball and saying we can't detect. Well, okay, no, that is a lie. Yeah, we can detect the curvature. Again, there is. It's been scientifically proven, and not just by modern science, but science from a long time ago has also been proven this too. I mean, visually we can't detect it, like I said, from a certain point of view.
Here, it's going to have to drop even more down the lines in order to make that circle, that ball they say we live on. And it's pretty round. That blue marble they give us is perfectly round.
Lighthouses are one great example. The Isle of Wight Lighthouse in England, it's 180 feet high and can be seen up to 42 miles away, a distance at which modern astronomers say the light should fall 996 feet below the line of sight. Why can you still see it? Another one worth mentioning that people be familiar with is the Statue of Liberty. It stands 326 feet above sea level, and on a clear day can be seen as far as 60 miles away. Now, if the Earth was a globe at the dimensions that they give us, that would put Lady Liberty at an impossible 2,074 feet below the horizon.
What? The fuck was that all about? Are there any pictures of the Earth? Yeah, there are. I mean, NASA has provided plenty of pictures from Earth. Oh, that's right. It's all fake. Fake, like fake news. Like Donald Trump fake news. Oh. Really? God, you guys are just, it's crazy. Why do they do this? I don't know. Oh, but then again, yeah, I mean, like I said, there are plenty of pictures, you just are refusing to look at them.
No, not one picture of the Earth. Imagine that. 2016, and we still don't have a picture of our home.
Oh, the stupid, it runs deep inside you. Oh. Yeah. Well, actually, now it's 2017, but anyway, there have been plenty of pictures of the Earth. It's just you're refusing to accept it as reality. Just like I guess the same could be said about me. Like, you know, I'm refusing to accept your picture of a flat Earth as reality. I mean, but then again, the reason why I say the picture of the flat Earth is fake is, you know, because it just doesn't add up scientifically. And again, like I've said many times before, I mean, it has been proven to be round. The Earth has been proven to be round. It really should not be up to debate. I can speak. Blah, blah, blah. It should not be up to a debate. Really. It's 2017. It should not be up to a debate. Because it's been proven to be round for many years. Again, all you have to do, really do, is just look up on YouTube, just like Google search this shit, you know. Oh my god. Huge hit.
Thousands of satellites supposedly orbiting the Earth. Why can't we get thousands of pictures? One shot with the whole...
I don't know if I can survive much more of this. We do get thousands of pictures. We do get pictures by NASA. You just don't want to believe it. That's the problem. That's the problem here. You don't want to believe it. Oh.
Whole Earth in it. Hell, we should have a channel on cable that shows the Earth rotating 24 hours a day, every day. Nope. Let's listen to NASA's very own Robert Simmons.
We do. I found YouTube videos like live feed, satellite feed on YouTube. Okay, so shut the fuck up.
And talk about how we get our fake pictures of Earth.
In 1972, we saw our home in a new way. Apollo 17 astronauts snapped this picture.
It gave people the first look at their home planet as a single entity.
Last week, scientists at NASA released this. The shot is compiled from data from NASA's VEERS instrument, which orbits the Earth about every 100 minutes, taking measurements of light coming off the planet. That can be translated into ribbons of imagery like this, and then into one of these. And this is just the latest in NASA's Earth from Space album, which may be one of the most mind-expanding collections of images in human history. Then in 2002, Blue Marble 2.0, NASA's Rob Simon made this. Simon's job is...
It's primarily taking data and making pictures out of it?
That's what this is, a composite of data sets from several different instruments translated into a picture.
So we actually had to take clouds out.
They stashed the clouds for later, went onto the ocean. That came from an instrument that measures phytoplankton in the sea. So some of those are paint.
It's has to be. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
Okay, yeah, this is where I wanted to take the video, point that one out. It's Photoshop. It has to be. It's Photoshop. It has to be. I mean, this is NASA saying it's Photoshop, but it has to be. I mean, they're using it as like, oh, that's the smoking gun evidence. Boom, we got you, bitch. You just said it's Photoshop because it has to be. Oh, no shit, it has to be Photoshopped. Damn it. Yes, they do Photoshop it to make it look nice, to like, I guess what you say, like clean up the image. Oh.
Excuse me, I'm allergic to bullshit. Not having one authentic picture of the Earth alone is a huge red flag.
First off,
alright, actually going back to the Photoshop thing because it's still running through my head. Yes, it's Photoshop to enhance the picture quality. I mean, they're not photoshopping it to hide the fact that it's flat. Or excuse me. God damn it! Now someone's going to take that one out of context for me. Back that up. Try that again in context of what I'm saying. Damn it! This is really fuck up my brain here. Anyway, no one's. They're not photoshopping the Earth to hide that it's flat. That's what I meant to say. They're photoshopping there to enhance the picture quality. You fucking dumbasses. Oh, I'm going to skip this part here. He showed a picture or clip from the Truman Show. Whoops. Oh, this is going to be good. You know this is going to be good. This next segment here, how the flat model works. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, actually, I know how they try to make it work. But anyway,
the flat Earth model is a working model. It's by no means definitive due to the nature of this massive cover-up. For the past 500 years, we've been completely buying into the Copernicus heliocentric model, but what we do know about the flat Earth is based on the azimuthal equidistant map that seems to be working out. This map goes as far back as the year 1000 and possibly earlier. now used as an official map by the U.S. Geological Survey and also as the official logo for the United Nations. Is this our real home?
Again, why does the United Nations logo prove anything? Like, why? How does this prove it? I'd like to know. I really like to know. How is the was it the UN logo? How does that prove that the Earth is flat?
Home being hidden from us in plain sight? I think it is. The first thing a lot of people say is, where's the edge? Well, look at this map where Antarctica is a 360-degree ice barrier that holds the water in. These ice walls are real, and they stand 150 feet above the surface of the water. Then you need to understand that...
That's just Antarctica. That's a continent. That's not a fucking ice wall, dumbass. If there was an ice wall surrounding a flat Earth, then why the fuck have you been there? Seriously, why haven't there been any expeditions? I mean, you talk about like you're accusing NASA like oh no, not NASA, is like you're saying like of all the satellites or whatever that we have orbiting around the Earth, why haven't we got a real picture? Well, if there is an ice wall going all the way around the Earth, then why haven't we proven it yet? You know, why has no one proven this? I mean, you would think if there really was an ice wall going all around the edge of the Earth, I mean, we would have investigated by now. I mean, we would have sent expedition teams to it by now. What, did Jon Snow, did they meet him there and Jon Snow kill him or something? I don't know.
There is no independent access to Antarctica. Average people can only go there on a guided tour. It has no towns, no cities, and no permanent residences. What's past the 150-foot ice wall is anyone's guess. How far the ice extends, how it terminates, and what exists beyond it. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by 12 nations and more later on, states that Antarctica is for peaceful purposes only, no military activities, just scientific research and government exploration. Expeditions by any party must be discussed in advance. It's the longest and most successful treaty between nations. The treaty also states that there are ships, stations, and equipment to ensure compliance of the treaty. Sounds like military activity to me. Anyway, so this azimuthal equidistant map appears to be correct for the most part. Over the centuries, there's been other maps that look pretty close to it as well. Let's look at an interesting story that was recently in the news that supports this flat map. A woman gave birth on a flight from Bali to Los Angeles, so the flight made an emergency landing in Alaska. Here's what it would look like on a globe. Now, here's what it would look like on a flat Earth. Which one makes more sense? Exactly. A big issue I was having with the flat Earth for the longest time, emergency landing in Alaska. Here's what it would look like on a globe.
Oh my god. I almost have to actually because I didn't know about this particular instance, so I have to do more further research to find out why that is. I mean, yeah, it does look a little stupid. Like, why would he go to Alaska if could have gone straight? But there has to be a reason why they went to Alaska. Not that the Earth is fucking flat. It's not it.
Now, here's what it would look like on a flat Earth.
Oh, you're ready to play this. Continue.
Like this here. This is concentrated because it's closer. It's much more probable that the sun is only a few thousand miles away, and that...
another debunked theory. This one's easily debunked. Where did it go? Yeah, the sun rays coming out from the clouds like that. You think, oh, well, that's because the Earth, the sun is is like right here, like so like the Earth is like right here, the sun's like right here. It's not millions of miles away. It's right here, so that's why you're getting it. No, you idiot! Again, that's not how light works like that. Oh my god. It's like I'm like running out of like just I'm trying to debunk this. Just my head hurts from just thinking about this too much, or like watching this video. I mean, this would be much easier actually if I had a scientist on this show to help me. Because I'm trying to debunk it the simplest way, but I mean, again, it's more of like a scientific kind of thing. Oh my god, okay. How much more of this video is there? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, rather. Okay, you know what? My brain is hurting too much. The more you research, the crazier you sound to ignorant people. Well, the more you spout off crazy theories that go against popular belief or fact, to put it that way. Yeah, the crazier you sound. Oh my god. Okay, I'm closing that off. Oh god, that was so full of cringe. So basically, kind of wrapping this up here really fast before I go insane here. Yeah, they're saying that the sun and the moon are like same size and they're close to the Earth, and they're orbiting around the Earth, which would explain, you know, night and day, which is, you know, again bullshit. Because okay, if you have two bodies of masses of the same size of close proximity with each other, I mean, okay, first of all, how the fuck do you explain the solar eclipse, and how do you explain a lunar eclipse? You know, what does the moon just kind of travel behind the flat disk or something? I mean, then we wouldn't be able to see it, okay? And also for the flat earthers, like, how do you explain the changing of the seasons? Like, how do you explain that? I mean, there's just no way that the sun, about the same size as the moon, orbiting around the Earth, would produce certain temperatures of the season, like, you know, hot during summer and cold during the winter kind of thing. Like, how do you explain that? And another thing, if we have, which is what I want to point out to the flat earthers, is you have the moon, like a moon and the sun, same size, and they're orbiting around. Try that. Yeah, orbiting around the planet, creating 9 day. Why haven't like the sun and the moon collided into each other by now? I mean, especially if you want to try and entertain the idea that the sun moves around as it's like moving up, like south to north, north to south, like that, as it's going around the planet to create the seasons. Then at some point, the sun and the moon will have to collide into each other. So why hasn't that fucking happened yet? You know? Why hasn't the sun and the moon collided into each other? I mean, please explain. I want the flat earthers to explain that to me. Why have the sun and the moon not collided into each other? You know why they haven't? Because the sun is like millions of times bigger than the Earth, and it's far the fuck away in space, and the moon is not like right above the Earth. It's miles away too, thousands of miles away, but not, you know, as far as the sun per se, but like within, you know, I'm trying to think within scale purposes, like here's the Earth, and, you know, here's the sun, but it's like millions of thousands, millions of light years away, however many, I don't know the exact distance, but it's far the fuck away. That's why the sun and the moon haven't collided into each other. Oh my god. Do we really have to sit down and have this talk? And the reason I guess I kind of want to bring this video up is I guess he started out as sounded like he started out as like a sane person, like someone who was like, oh, properly educated that the Earth is fucking round. But then he listened to one too many flat Earth dumbasses YouTube videos, and then he got like oh yeah, why can't we see the curvature? Oh yeah, if we can't see the curvature, then the Earth must be flat. Yeah, that's it. Oh, so therefore the Earth is flat. Oh my god. I am like losing well, not sanity, but like my thought here. Seriously, my brain's like kind of going in and out here. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to say here, but except I'm blanking out now. I'm seriously, I'm having a hard time trying to stay in focus here, because I think that video just killed a few of my brain cells. But I do this for you guys, is like, you know, hey, well, yeah, I mean, obviously for the views and to get laughs and stuff like that, but also I want to kind of put this out here that, you know, we really need to educate. I guess we have to educate the masses now, like educate people that, yes, the Earth is round. It's not flat. Don't be stupid, you know. Let's try to educate as many people as we can, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm getting tired. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here and go watch The Orville, because that's on tonight. By the way, The Orville rocks. Yeah, better than STD. So anyway, I'm going to go watch that in a little bit. If you liked tonight's video, help it by giving it a big old thumbs up. If you want to give it a thumbs down, if you're a flat earther and want to give it a thumbs down, go ahead. I don't care. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section, by all means, please. I really do want to talk to people and debate people and all that. If you're a flat earther and want to prove me wrong, whatever, go ahead. I mean, seriously, if you have a video that you think is going to prove to me that the Earth is flat, then go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. If you like this, please help share it and all that. Also, that's right. I'll leave all the links in the description box below for like my YouTube channel. I am on my YouTube channel. I mean, for my Facebook fan page. You can follow me on Twitter. You can stalk me on there. That's cool. Twitter at Kevin1701. Also, I'll leave the Patreon link below. Oh, it's also there on the side. As you see, Patreon, patreon.com/KevinAlbert, or patreon.com/KAlbert. Yeah, you go there, check out my Patreon site's got a bunch of cool perks there. That's a great way to help the show too. So, okay, I think I'm done plugging everything. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Again, I'm going to go watch The Orville. That show fucking rocks. And I'm glad to hear, by the way, it's been Fox has renewed The Orville for a second season, so I'm excited about that. That's awesome, very awesome. STD of course sucks, and probably won't be around much longer if the Orville gets their way. Seth MacFarlane gets his way, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. You guys rock. Have an awesome day.